Let's bring in Murat Aslan from here in Istanbul. He's a security analyst and a professor of security studies at Istanbul Sabahattin Zaim University. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Now, I just want to get your thoughts on Erdogan's recent comments on the tensions that are rising between Ukraine and Russia and the position that Turkey is going to take in mediating the tensions.
I think first we should touch the international law because there are some clear rules in accordance with the charters, conventions, and in the meantime, customs that all states observe. And in Ukrainian case, it's very apparent that, well, non-interference to the internal affairs is one thing that we must stick, and another one is the inviolability of the borders. So in this case, in Ukraine case, well, both of the rules, either in the convention, the UN charter, or the customs law, well, they are breached. The second thing is that, well, Ukraine is a country, sovereign country, and the new types of warfare somehow be imposed to this specific, region. For instance, demography war. Now, states tend to start a conflict by the hands of the extensions of shoots of their demography in the other countries. And Russia is one of the most known country for this. So I think this warfare, this conflict will somehow be calmed down only if both countries first observe and obey the prerequisites of the international customs, mainly Russia.
Right, and also an interesting development is, of course, the U.S. withdrawing its support from this pipeline project in the Eastern Mediterranean. What do you make of that?
Well, at the very initial phase of the EastMed project, the cost of the overall pipeline was announced like 20 billion euros. But later than that, we heard some other numerics like 7 billion euros for the overall project. I believe that in terms of its financial burden, I think it's more, really more. Second thing, it's the Eastern Mediterranean Sea that will be in danger because Mediterranean basin is really polluted by all countries surrounding it. So a pipeline, think about an earthquake, a pressure due to, sea shelf, then it will be a danger for the environment. And third thing, well, there are alternatives like Turkiye that makes it more cost effective and safe. So why not? I think the US is clearly indicating the whys.
Right, and that brings me on to my next question. How important of a role do you think Turkey plays in this situation? Because, as you mentioned, the cost of transferring gas resources through Turkey into Europe would have been 3 times cheaper.
Yeah, as Hassan said before me, it's correct. It's maybe cheaper than ever. But there are 2 dimensions for this. The first thing is that Turkey is the most available and reachable market for the produced gas in the region. Israel, Egypt, or any other country can easily sell what they have produced. And the second thing, Turkey has an infrastructure that can transfer already extracted gas towards Europe. And think that there are great discussions about the Nord Stream and European dependence to Russian gas. So it may be an alternative. Why not?
Do you think this will be a gateway for Greece to resolve outstanding issues with Turkey through diplomacy?
Well, Greece will be a bit angry about this development, that's for sure. But I think they should integrate their interests with Turkey. Then we can build up synergy. Why not? If Greece is over there, and if there will be a type of pipeline from Turkey to Europe, I think Greece can also have a share with this.
Right, and I have about a minute or so left with you, Professor, but will these recent developments change the way Turkey operates in the Eastern Mediterranean at all?
Well, Eastern Mediterranean Sea is really problematic nowadays, and we only focus the gas, but it's not. Syria is just like a boiling box, And second thing, Lebanon, we always forget it, but it has a potential that we can observe conflicts over there. On the other hand, if you just check the other countries at the south, the potential of a public unrest is always in our hands. So I think we should first focus on the Eastern Mediterranean Sea in terms of the feasibility that politics or potential conflicts at other shelves can support this economic activity or not.
All right, a professor of security studies at Istanbul Sabahattin Zaim University, Murat Aslan, thank you so much for joining us here on the program.